Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Vik and Wern Sports Chat. I'm Vik, and hey, welcome to this Friday morning. Hey, the last show of the week for me, but Wern will be here tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. Hey, a lot to get through, a lot to get through. Hope you all got your coffee, tea, and whatever you need. I'm just going to switch the sound off in the background. Perfect. I see a lot of you in the chat already this morning. Hey, Ranjit, Rose Garden, Mary Queen of Scots, Ronnie, Noah from New Zealand, evening in New Zealand. Well, hey, then it's not a good morning show, it's a good evening show as well. There we go, perfect. Now, let's get straight into it because we've got a lot to talk about today. There was the Premier League last night, and I'm just going to do this quickly, and then we are going to be right into the show. We're going to talk about the Premier League, the NFL, NHL, NBA, Eurobasket, and the cricket and mixed sports. Don't worry, we're getting into a lot today. So let's get rid of that one, not that one. There you go. So we can start talking about the Premier League and what happened yesterday. Oh, such a lot to get into. Oh, here we go. So let me show you the games at the bottom there. The games at the bottom there are the last two games of the week. They were played last night. Bournemouth beat Spurs. What can I say? We'll get into you Spursy Spurs afterwards. And Fulham, a good win against Brighton. Brighton having a great season. I'm going to quickly just tell you who did what there in those games. Fulham, yeah, well, Iwobi, not Amiobi. Jesus. Iwobi scored a 2 in the 4th and then the 87th minute. And then there was an own goal by O'Reilly. Baleba got one back for Brighton. But, yeah, good news for Fulham. They're moving up in the table. I think they're ahead of United now. That's not good. And then Bournemouth. Look, Spurs are just Spurs, and what can you say? But there's going to be a big weekend in the Premier League this weekend, and we'll be live tomorrow with the match Man United against Nottingham Forest. So please be sure to check in there. Oh, I see Wern is also. Don't worry, there is cricket coming today. Don't worry, Wern. Cricket is coming today. So that's the Premier League. Look, I mean, it was a big week. A lot of good results in the Premier League, as you can see. And we'll move on from there. Let's just quickly let me show you. We've got to come to the jackass of the week really early today. And you guys can guess where I'm going. For me, Spurs are the jackass of the week. How can you beat Manchester City away from home 4-0 and since then you can't get a win? That is so typical Spurs. They will go out and beat prime Real Madrid 5-0 and then they lose three times in a row to Swindon Town or something like that. I don't know what's wrong with Spurs. Just Spurs should be such a good club, but it's the same old with Spurs. Like they say, Spurs or Spursy, huh? Then we're staying with football, and I'm going to show you this. This is this new World Club Football Cup. Oh my God. Don't they have enough games already? This was drawn last night. I could have put Arsene Wenger up as a jackass. Him dancing on the stage here, trying to do his best impression of Donald Trump. I don't know. Arsene has lost the plot a little bit, but let's just quickly tell you who these groups are. I'm trying to get all these names right, so please bear with me. Some of them I know, some of them. So in Group A, you have Palmeiras, Porto, El Ali, and Inter Milan. I don't know why Inter Milan's there. Well, I do, because it's Messi, but his club doesn't actually deserve to be there. Group B, Paris Saint-Germain, Athletic Madrid, Botafogo, and Seattle Sounders. Group C, Bayern Munich, Auckland City. So shout out there to Noah. He comes from Auckland. Hey, now that is a coincidence. You're in the chat this morning from Auckland and your team is also there. That must be voodoo, man. That must be voodoo. I said Auckland City, Boca Juniors and Benfica in one group. Then we have in Group D, Flamengo, Tunis, Chelsea and Leon. That is not Lyon from France. It's Leon. I think it's Mexican. Then you have River Plate, Urawa, I think that's the Red Diamonds from Japan, Monterrey, and Inter Milan. In Group F, Fluminense, Borussia Dortmund, Ulsan, and Mamelodi Sundowns. If I watch any of these games, I'm going to watch Mamelodi Sundowns. Then you have Manchester City, Wydad, Al Ain, and Juventus. Don't ask me from where all these teams come from. I am the football savant, but Jesus is taking it far. And then in Group H, you have Real Madrid, El Hilal, Pachuca, and Salzburg. Yeah, Pachuca sounds like some sweet kids would eat, but I don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So that's that Club World Cup they bring in. You know, they don't earn enough money, FIFA, and the players don't play enough games already, and you know, it's just watering down good sports. It's just watering down. So after that, I got to wash it down myself. Then we move on because we got a lot of stuff to get through today. So let's get straight into the NFL. Just got to always make sure you guys see what I'm talking about. Here we go. So last night, there was a big game last night in the NFL. I've just put out all the games that are coming up this weekend. We'll have a few on the channel, don't worry. The Packers 31, the Lions 34. Last second field goal by the man Bates. Got that one. I'm going to tell you about the stats quickly as well. I mean, that is a good win for the Lions. They are now guaranteed a playoff spot, and they're looking very good to getting the number 1 spot. There you go. That's what I wanted, not that. And yeah, so look, let's get straight into Jordan Love. He had 206 yards passing and 1 touchdown, but Jared Goff 283, 3 touchdowns and an interception. Jared Goff playing well again. Yeah, look, the running game for both teams wasn't fantastic or hot, or as you want to call it. Tim Patrick did well for the Detroit. He had 2 receiving touchdowns. Otherwise, Christian Watson was big for the Green Bay Packers. He had 114 passing yards, but no touchdown. Look, it was a big game against divisional rivals. 2 teams, both going to the playoffs. I just see it as a blip on the Green Bay Packers' scorecard for this season, and they'll bounce back next week. Don't worry, they will bounce back next week. Then we're moving on because we've got to get to a lot of things this morning. There is so much going on this morning. We'll get you straight into the NHL. People are also going to ask, why is basketball coming so late today? Because there's a lot to get through in basketball. Look, the Winnipeg Jets beat the Sabres 3-2 in overtime. You see all the scores. The Predators, the Swiss boys there, the Predators lost 0-3 to the Canadians. I'm starting to get a cold, I think. Not good. The Red Wings lost 1-2 against the Senators. The Sharks lost 1-8 against the Lightning. The Panthers beat the Flyers 7-5. The Avalanche lost 3-5 to the Hurricanes. Kraken, that's the new team out of Seattle. It's their second season. They beat the Islanders 5-2. The St. Louis Blues beat the Calgary Flames 4-3 in overtime. And the Columbus Blue Jackets lost to the Edmonton Oilers 3-6. I can just tell you there, one of my favorite players played for the Oilers, Connor McDavid. He had 4 assists, and the young, talented German Leon Draisaitl, he had 2 goals. So yeah, that's just a little bit of information on those games. Then, while we're at the NHL, we might as well talk about what happened this week. Yeah, let me just see if I can get that, boys. Oh, NHL, there you go. There he is. I got to first put his picture up. I don't know. There you go. So. Here we go. What has happened to this man, the coach of the Chicago Blackhawks? Sorry to say, but you're fired. Yeah, Luke Richardson got fired by the Chicago Blackhawks yesterday after having the worst record in the NHL. Was to be expected. Let's see who the new coach of the Blackhawks been. There's nothing been announced, so we'll see what happens there. Yeah, I'm always sad when people lose their job, but it is what it is. And look, in these big sports leagues, NBA, or so all the American sports leagues, the big, or the Premier League, or the big European leagues, you feel sorry for the coach, but only for like about 1 second, because their bank accounts have just, their contracts are all guaranteed. So I mean, they're picking up a few million in compensation. So I don't feel too bad for them. I need a job like that. You can fire me after a week. Just give me a 5-year contract, $4 million a year, and after a week you fire me and pay compensation. Now that I could handle that. I think that shouldn't be a problem. So yeah, Luke Richardson looking for a job. So anybody out there looking for an ice hockey coach, phone Luke Richardson up. He needs a job at the moment. He needs a job. Let me take that off there. Here we go. Then we got to go straight into the NBA. I got so many overlays I've got to put in here. Here we go. NBA for this week, the results. Let's get straight into it. I'm going to put my NBA scorecard up front here. All right, so we have the Nuggets. They lost to the Cavaliers, 114-126. Nikola Jokic, triple-double, 27 points, 20 rebounds, and 11 assists. And once again, a solid performance by Donovan Mitchell. He scored 28 points for the Cavaliers in the win. The Cavaliers are now 20-3, the best team in the NBA, best record. And yeah, they're doing well for themselves. And you know, a lot of people didn't have them on the books at the beginning of the season, but the Cavs looking strong. Then the Mavericks. Mavericks beat the Wizards 137-101. And yeah, Luka Doncic was fantastic. And that is a good reason to go straight here and put old Luka in the frame. We'll just quickly take off the scoreboard from the NHL. Here we go. This is our star man of the day, Luka Doncic, the young Slovenian. Luka was sensational. I'm going to quickly just let you know. Luka had 21 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists in a another triple-double. His triple-double is not how do you say? The numbers are not as good as Jokic's triple-double, but you get the bonus for me because you get the win. At the end of the day, your team has got to win. It's all about winning. It's not about numbers. So, Luka, you get the star man of the day. I know Wern's going to be happy with that. He loves his Luka Doncic. And that is definitely looking good for them. Let me just go back to the NBA here quickly. There we go. Then we can keep on going with all the rest of the scores. Then, yeah, the Hornets, they lost to the Knicks, 101-125. Miller did well there with 26 points, and but for the Knicks, Karl Anthony Towns was the main man, 27 points and 16 rebounds. He's starting to work there in New York. The Thunder thrashed the Raptors. Gilgeous-Alexander, 30 points. He was doing well for them. The Grizzlies beat the Kings, 115-110. Young Sabonis, again, the best player for the Kings, 17 points and 13 rebounds. And Bain for Grizzlies, 18 points, 8 rebounds and 7 assists. The Suns without Kevin Durant, looks like he'll be out for a week or two with his ankle. The Suns lost 124-126. Yeah, it wasn't a good game by the Suns, but the Ingram for the Pelicans, 29 points and 7 rebounds. The Chicago Bulls, 139 against the Spurs with 124, so the Bulls win that one. Vucevic, 39 points and 8 rebounds. I could have put him in there, but yeah, look, you got to go the triple-double and the win. And then last but not least, the Rockets lose to the Warriors, 93-99, and Kuminga did really well there for the Warriors with 33 points. So yeah, that's the NBA roundup for this week. You can put that to the side. And yeah, we'll see what goes on. Here we go. So let's get the NBA out the way. A lot of good games coming up this weekend. And yeah. Then, got to move on. We got so much to talk about. Let's talk about the Eurobasket. All right. With some games in the Eurobasket. Vitus Bologna lost to Alba Berlin. Alba Berlin made one of the worst teams in the EuroLeague. They won 90-88. Maccabi Tel Aviv 86. Barcelona 88. Barcelona starting to pick up some wins they needed. Bayern Munich beat Baskonia 94-80. Zalgiris Kaunas beat Anadolu Efes 85-72. That's a little bit of an upset for me. And then my team, Partizan Belgrade, on a roll. That's 5 wins in a row, boys. That's 5 wins. Well, put this hand up. Although there you go. 5 in a row. Partizan doing well there, man. Doing well. That coach has got them running. They are cleaning from the back. They are going to make the playoffs, I think. They beat Panathinaikos, which is a very good team, 91-73. They are definitely rolling. So shout out to Marco and to all the Red Star fans. Partizan all the way, my friend. Partizan all the way. Then I did promise you boys. That today we're going to do a little bit of cricket. And so what I'm going to do now is, let's see how good I can do this cricket stuff. Here we go. So first of all, the first game of the day. We have Sri Lanka the South Africa against Sri Lanka. It was the first day, and the only team to bat was South Africa, and they were 269 for 7. I'm going to give you some of the batting numbers of the South Africans. Don't worry. There you go. You got a shout out to Ryan Rickleton. He had 100, and Themba Bavuma, he had 78. So that was good for the Proteas. They called the Proteas. They did well. Sri Lanka bowling. Let's have a quick look at the Sri Lanka bowling. No one really stands out. 3 wickets from Kumara. Vashva Fernanda had 1. Ashta Fernando had 2 wickets. Jaira Susira, he had a wicket. So, I'll keep you up to date. Vern will do more on the cricket tomorrow, but it's looking good. South Africa in a commanding position in that one. Then we move on. There's more international cricket. At the moment, that is still ongoing. It's the first test between that's the test between England and New Zealand. It's day 1. It's the second test. England lead that series 1-0. England were all bowled out for 280, and New Zealand in their reply at the moment are 74 for 4. Could be a little bit more now. But let's just give you the England batting quickly. Look, Harry Brook, standout man for England. He had 123. The rest of the team, Joe Root, 3. Zach Crawley, 17. Ben Duckett. Now, isn't that a coincidence? His name is Ben Duckett, and he went for a duck. You can't make this shit up sometimes. You can't make this shit up. Ollie Pope did well with 66. Ben Stokes. Looks like if your name is Ben, you're kind of screwed in this game, because he went for 2. Not good from the Englishman at the moment. Let's just give you the bowling numbers quickly in that first innings of the New Zealanders. Standout man was Nathan Smith with 4 wickets. He did well. And just show you what the batting is at the moment for the New Zealanders in their first innings. I did say they were for 4 wickets. Got 2 new batsmen out at the crease at the moment. Best scorer for them at the moment is Kane Williamson. He had 37. Got a little bit of work to do. Must be a bowler's wicket out there. I do not know. Then we stay with the cricket. Don't worry. India against Australia. Now that's always a big one. That has just basically started. It's still in the first inning. It's still early. And India are 57 for 1. I'm not going to give you any batting scores or anything like that. We'll do that. Vern can do that tomorrow. Put some pressure on him. We can do that tomorrow. Then we move on. Things are getting interesting. We move on. This weekend is the first downhill of the season. And my man, Marco Odermatt, let's see if he can get his season started. He is the defending, I think he's just about defending everything. I think he's defending the Giant Slalom, the Super G, the downhill, and he's the total World Cup winner. So let's go, Marco. Let's see. That's coming on at 7 o'clock this evening, 1900 Central European time. That's from Beaver Creek in the US. So I'll try to watch that. I do love my winter sports and my downhill. Don't forget, this weekend there's biathlon, there's ski jumping, there is cross country. There's a lot of winter sports going on. Then we move on to these 2 boys here. Guess you guys know who this is. This is Max Verstappen and Russell. Georgie Porgy Russell. I almost forgot his first name. These boys are in a little bit of a war of words, and I just thought, I think their bromance is done. Come on, boys, come on. Russell is accusing Verstappen of basically trying to kill him. Verstappen said he was going to drive him off the track and stuff like that. Jesus, I expect this from kids on the playground. Just get over it. You're all a bunch of fucking whiners in the Formula One. You're all whine. I can't handle that every week on the radio. He drove into me. Oh, it's raining. It's starting to drizzle. What should I do? Oh, he cut me off in the corner. Oh, he didn't give me enough space. Jesus, the Nelson Piquets and the Ayrton Sennas and the Keke Rosbergs and the Lauders and the Villeneuves of the past, they are looking at you guys and thinking, what a bunch of bloody whining twats. But hey, that's our morning show for this morning. 20 minutes. Good. I got through a lot in 20 minutes. Hey, Jesus. Didn't expect that. Let me just see some of the chats in there. Boys and girls. Yeah, there you go. Oh, Ryan's in the chat. I love the Formula One. There's not chaos. It's just a bunch of boning little bitches, and I don't mean that as being female. These boys are. I'm telling you now, we're gonna have to start watching that women's Formula racing series, because they're way less than these boys. These boys are goddamn terrible. Honest to God, has any of these boys got any balls? I'm gonna have to say it like that. Always whining and moaning. What the hell? But listen, yeah, that was our morning show for this morning. We got through a lot of sports coming up this week. Let me just tell you what we are doing on our channel this week, if I remember correctly. We've got 3 rugby games live tomorrow. We've got the Sharks, we've got the we've got the Sharks, we've got the Bulls, and we've got the Stormers tomorrow. So they're all on our channel. We're going to start with the Sharks at 2 o'clock. Can't remember exactly who they're playing. And then afterwards, we've got Manchester United against Nottingham Forest. That's going to be something totally new, like I've mentioned this week. Wern is going to do I think it's the Bulls game, and I'm going to do the Manchester United game. 2 different locations, 2 live feeds, so you guys have the choice who to watch. I know Cheslin already said he's going to watch the rugby. I hope I'm not on my own. And then, we'll see you. And then don't forget, there is a Formula One race this weekend. And Ryan and Wern will give you an update on that. It's the last Formula One race of the season. And hey, surprise, surprise, guys. We redid our other studio. We've redone it, and there's going to be some surprises for you guys. Check us out and enjoy your day. Drive safely, or like the boys from New Zealand, on your way home. Everybody, just be safe. Enjoy your day, and we'll see you tomorrow.